All right, let's talk about guilt and shame. Okay, so we know that addicts and alcoholics do carry a lot of guilt and shame, especially when they're coming into recovery and they're sober and they're really recognizing the things that they've done in the past. I hold space for that. I have empathy for that. I understand that. I think it's a very difficult emotion to get through. But I kind of want to spin it for a second and focus more on the partners and spouses, because we have shame and guilt too in these relationships. We end up turning into people that we never thought that we would be. Our character starts changing, our self-esteem goes down, we start living through different values, we start tolerating, abusive behavior. And when you come on the other side of that, or when you're really starting to wake up, you realize, holy crap, I allowed that to happen when I said I never would allow that to happen. And you get a lot of guilt and a lot of shame that goes along with that, because your actions speak whenever they come out in a way that is very uncomfortable and different for you. Here's the thing though. We can't use the guilt and shame as an excuse to tiptoe around our emotions. We can't just shove it under the rug and say, oh, that's in the past. Yes, it is in the past. Things that were done, we didn't know any better, okay? And that is something that you can accept. But you can also make amends and hold yourself accountable and start changing. Use it as fuel instead of an excuse. I'm kind of going off right now on a little rant, because I truly believe that if we utilize these emotions in a healthier way, we can all be better. We can all do things that make us better people instead of using it to hold us back. They're very uncomfortable emotions, but if we're able to process through them and heal from them and actually make amends, holy crap, y'all, it's a whole other level of recovery. So you aren't your past. You're not the decisions that you've made, even as the partner, as the spouse. I made decisions that did not align with who I really was. And I look back on that and I'm like, how the hell did I do that? Why did I do that? I know why I did it, because I was lied to, manipulated. There was gaslighting. There was a lot of shit that was going on in my relationship, and it was making me spin through a circle. That's how addiction affects all of us involved. But I'm utilizing that information that I have and educating myself to push forward and to do better. We just have to do better. It's okay to have those emotions and have space for them. It's okay. You're not those actions. But make the change now. Start healing.